So a little over a week ago, I decided to install some D2 Racing Street Spec coilovers. And because I've had them for about a week, I'm finally able to give a proper opinion and review on them. However, I will be setting up a camera so you can physically see what it's like going over speed bumps, a bumpy road, and a smooth road, and also cornering. So like I said again, I installed some D2 Racing Street Spec coilovers. They're not any sort of race version. They come with 36 levels of dampening adjustment, which you can do by just turning a knob on top of the strut itself. And currently they are set on the softest setting. Now I'd like to quickly remind everyone that doesn't follow this channel, I am driving a Toyota MR2, and these cars from factory do come out with very stiff suspension. So the coilovers on any car naturally will be a little bit stiffer than factory. So you'll see that they are quite stiff compared to a D2 Racing coilover in a Camry sedan, for example. Great example, I know. So without further ado, I'm going to set up camera just right there and go around driving so you can see what it's like with some D2 Racing coilovers. Before I do start the video, I'm just going to quickly say that these coilovers are everything that I wanted. They're just a tiny bit more stiffer than factory at the softest setting, and they can go very stiff. I mean, they go extremely stiff, and this is 36 levels of adjustment. You can come down between any sort of level within 36 settings, so you can precisely set these coilovers to your standard. While I'm setting this up, I'd just like to say a massive thank you to the 8,700 of you guys who are currently subscribed to my channel. That's actually pretty insane. I really would like to know what you guys want to see. Like, I know that a lot of people want to see the Camry, which will be coming up soon. However, not many people give me any video ideas, so I would really appreciate it. This is going on the wrong way. I would really appreciate it if someone or anyone just gave me a couple more ideas because it is very hard to come up with ideas for videos. So put that down in the comments, what you want to see on my channel. Looks like we're in business. I don't know. Alright, we're going to quickly get a nice start in for you guys. Yes, nice. Okay, I really hope you can hear me over the exhaust because my exhaust is kind of loud, but you know, I'll do my best to explain to you what I'm feeling, as you can see physically in the recordings. So I'm not going to lie here, I just recorded a whole entire video for you guys, but I found out the audio was atrocious. So I'm out here again recording with my phone, as you can see, with the GoPro strapped on my head this time because you can see less glare, I guess, and it'll do for a better video, a point of view perspective on how these coilovers handle. Nice. Okay, so this is a pretty bumpy street, I guess. Nothing too crazy, but there is a speed bump literally just ahead. So we're just gonna go over the speed bump. I'm gonna go do some normal driving, go on highways, so you can kind of see that the car feels pretty stock right now. It's on the softest setting. It's at the softest out of 36 levels. From my experience, after owning these coilovers for a week and driving them, the softest setting is just a little bit stiffer than stock. So I regard these coilovers as pretty much stock on the softest setting. You know, it is a tiny little bit stiffer, but I'll let you guys judge for yourselves from watching this point of view footage. So here's a speed bump coming up. Doesn't feel like any different from stock. Now, I want you guys to remember that the MR2 from factory is really stiff, so you know, you might see like pretty stiff bits, you know, happening, but from a stock point of view, that's normal. If we're talking about another car, this kind of ride is very stiff, but the MR2 standard is a very stiff car. Fuck, I'm really messing up my words today. Anyway, we're going to go on this highway. I'm not going to put the stiffness all the way up for the sake of this video. And I'll just go over this bump so you can see. Oh, there's a bit of scrape. But we're good. Nice. That scrape's just simply coming from my front lip. It's got nothing to do with the coilover, so just keep that in mind. But yeah, car feels very stock. Okay, we've got a really big turn up here coming up. I don't know if I'll be able to make it because there's a lot of cars coming, but we'll try to take this corner with a bit of speed. can see that it handles quite well around that corner. That was actually incredibly, what's the word? Impressive, that's the one I'm looking for. Incredibly impressive. Obviously with a stiffer setting, I could have gone around that corner a lot harder. I'm talking like at least 10 Ks faster. But you know, we're on the softer setting, so don't expect crazy amount of cornering speed. Anyway, we are now onto one of the roughest streets in my area. You can kind of see, I hope you can see the road without any of the glare, but this road is pretty bad. And you can see that it's handling it pretty fine. There's a big bump coming up. Ooh, Jesus. Another one. Nice. Okay, not too bad, not too bad. Oh, that was a big one right there, actually. But like I said, the coilovers feel pretty stock, just maybe 5%, I'd say, stiffer than the stock setting. All the stock springs and the stock strut setup. But it is nothing too bad. We're just gonna quickly make a turnaround and I'm gonna go over the street again, maybe with a little bit less glare in my face because, you know, the sun is directed towards me. Come on, cyclist, here's some tram tracks. Oh, okay, that's a lot stiffer. Ooh. Take it down here. Oh, this is a really nice street. All right, here's a quick little 3-point turn. My lip's probably gonna scrape a little bit. Yep. Oh shit, that's scraped actually fucking heaps. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. My lip is not liking that. Oh, shit. That's low. Let's try that again with a little bit more angle. I think we're just going to commit at this point. Fuck. Oh my God. All right, we're back at the same street again, and it looks like we're going over the tram tracks one more time. All right, tram tracks again. Not too bad, not bad at all. But like I said before, I'm really pleased with these coilovers. They're a fantastic coilover. I've obviously been in a lot of cars with coilovers and tested them, and that's why I decided to get D2, because my mate actually showed me his car with some D2 racing coilovers, and it felt, oh geez, that was bumpy. Ugh. It felt exactly the same as my friend's BC coilovers, and I know that BCs are known for having really good soft settings for street spec, which is the spec that I have, street spec. But yeah, they're a great coilover, especially for the street. I'm sure they do good track stuff. Obviously just then it was crazy freaking bumpy because this is the messed up street. If you're not driving around always on streets like that, you will be fine. You know, one advantage to the D2 coilovers is also that they are cheap compared to many other coilovers. These coilovers are great for the amount of money that I spent and what you will spend if you decide to go D2. The only one complaint that I would make on these coilovers is that top little notch thing that you spin on top of the strut to change the dampening levels, it doesn't feel really clicky. Like you really have to try to look for that click every time you turn it. You know, in saying that, it is definitely there, like you can feel the click, but just compared to like a coilover like BC's, like for example on Lachlan's car when you're trying to change the dampening, he's obviously running BC's, you can really feel a distinct click, and it just makes it feel better in terms of quality. It makes it easy to adjust dampening. Like this, you know, you won't be adjusting dampening a lot, but that's probably the only complaint I have about these D2 coilovers. That's a very small thing to pick on, keep in mind. But yes, they are a great coilover and I highly recommend them. So here's what the car looks like with the coilovers installed and lowered. It's looking really nice right now. I'm really happy with it. Hopefully there's not too much wind noise interrupting me here, but yeah, like I said, the MR2 is at a very good stage right now. It's got the coilovers and it's lowered. It's got the front lip and it's looking real good. That's a bit off topic. Anyway, so I hope you get all the questions that you have answered from this video about how D2 racing coilovers are. I do respond to 99% of comments. So if you have any questions about these coilovers, definitely leave them down below because I will respond 99% of the time. That concludes everything. See you guys in the next one.